has two choice. One is the truth, one is the false masquerading as truth. To eliminate the false, there is only we have to question it.
If there are two in front of you and both are claiming to be true, what do? You very well know that two truths cannot coexist, right? What do? If you really care, if you really love the truth, then what do? You just randomly, casually make a choice? You defend your choice by saying, but either side was claiming to be the truth, so I just randomly put my finger on one. Is that what you will say? If you really care, please tell me. What will you do? You have to buy a medicine for a loved one. And you go to the shop and he says, the medicine that you want is available in these two brands. Both are genuine. And the doctor had cautioned you in advance. There exists only one genuine brand. Just as two truths cannot exist, similarly this medicine comes in only one genuine brand. Now what will you do? That pharmacist is telling you both of these are original. You take either of these. You will randomly choose one. What will you do? You will inquire, you will investigate. You will do all that you can to figure out which one is the right one. But you will be tempted. How? One of the brands is much cheaper than the other. Much cheaper. And the pharmacist too is vouching for the cheaper one. Probably he is getting a good cut. You are being tempted. The packaging is more luminous, brilliant, tempting on the cheaper brand. Are you getting it? Not only that, the quantity that you want is available only in the cheaper brand. The other brand is available only in a small quantity. And the pharmacist is saying, if you want the complete quantity, then you will have to wait. You will have to display patience. So you are being given reason after reason to make a choice only in one particular direction. And you can fall for these reasons. Everything seems right with the cheaper brand. Somebody is vouching for it. The packing seems right. It seems to be attested, certified and all those things. But remember, it's a matter of life and death. If you pick the wrong medicine, the result can be fatal. What will you do? What will you do? Then why don't you do that? When it comes to such crucial decisions in your life, why do you fall for the packaging? Why do you go for cheap stuff? Why do you start believing the sellers, the vendors, the hustlers, the pharmacists? Why? Have you not done that at so many points in your life? You needed to choose something that would be very critical and central to your life, right? And how did you choose it? By considering the packaging. Wow, what a nice package. Now you know why Vedanta keeps reminding you that Roop, Rang, Naam, Akar are Maya. Now do you see that? Inquire. There is no other way. Inquire. Keep probing. Keep probing. The matter is so critical. Don't quickly come to a conclusion. Be open and be impartial. Don't be biased. Have control over your senses. The senses are saying, but this appears so glittery. And it's cheap, plus the pharmacist is saying, I'll give you a 10% off. Your eyes, your ears, and your mind are all ready to fall for the thing. That's when your consciousness and your discretion should stay firm. More often than not, the choice that appears right in the first go would not be right. So wait, reconsider, think. See, where there is doubt, there you have hope of being saved. We are killed at places where we don't doubt the enemy to be present. Doubt is a great thing. All your great troubles of today, check and validate what I am saying, would surely be coming from places you never dreamt could cause you trouble. They appeared very foolproof, safe, friendly, lovely, and lovable places. There was no chance, it never occurred to you that your worst nightmares are going to rise from those positions, those things, those people, those actions. Is that not so? So we are caught totally off guard, as they say, with our pants down. Never be complacent. Belief is your enemy. Certainty is your exploiter. Never be too certain. There is nothing to be certain of. Only the truth is certain. And truth is not a thing you can be certain of. So as far as the world is concerned, always have uncertainty. Yes, probably, no. That day, remember we talked of Syadvad in Jainism? That kind of openness. When life slaps questions on your face, then anybody would know that great and daunting questions exist. Now you can no more deny because those questions have been slapped right on your face. The intelligent thing is to question even when there seems nothing questionable. Everything appears hunky-dory, nice, well settled, comfortable. That's the moment you should question.
Once you talked about never to be certain. Certainty is the when you are stuck, there is a threat for wrong. The situation arises when some wrong person is arguing with you. Wrong means Maya, that is opposing the what you are, what I am doing. In that case, if I go for uncertainty, then you may be right, I may be wrong. Then how to come out of that situation?
No, your acceptance of uncertainty is the greatest respect you can show to the truth. When you are confident of your position, then what you present to the other is not the reality but your confidence. You don't even bother to talk properly. You don't even bother to present your arguments in a detailed and nuanced way. All that you present to the others is a bold face, a confident facade. I know. No, there is fear hiding here. There is much more courage when somebody questions your fundamentals and you say, fine, I'm not being speculative, I'm assuming nothing, let's start from scratch, let's thrash it out. Let's see what you are saying. I'm open about it. I'm not saying I know in advance that you are a fool. I'm not declaring my victory too soon. It's not victory that I love. I love the truth. When you say that you love victory so much, then you are definitely antagonizing the other person. Are you not? Because your victory is the other one's defeat. But mind you, your truth is not the other person's falseness. Your truth is everybody's truth. Truth is one. Don't seek victory, seek truth. In discussions with people, in arguments with people, if you will seek victory, then you will only alienate everybody. When you discuss, seek truth. Be co-questioners. Be fellow travelers. Be co-passengers. All right, you're saying something about something. I will not say that you have no right to question these things. I will not invoke some blasphemy law to shut you up. How could you say something like this? You just questioned my great book. You just cast aspersions on my great teacher. This is not allowed. If you speak like this, if you'll be disrespectful to my core beliefs, then I'll slap you and leave the house. Doesn't work. Remember the distinction. Seek truth, not victory. Satyameva jayate. The truth is to win, not your personal self. And the truth requires courage to move towards it. I said not much courage is required in a loud and bloated declaration of your beliefs. Much more courage is required in traveling with the other person in the middle of uncertainty. I'm talking to you and I do not know what this discussion would lead to. I'm prepared to take that uncertainty, but I have great faith in the truth. If the truth is one, and this discussion is honest, this discussion too will lead to the same one truth. Therefore, I am open to discussion. Till now, I reach the truth through my path, but I know there can be an infinite number of paths. So now I am prepared to accompany you on your path to the truth. We just need to be honest. Even on your path, we will reach the same destination if there is honesty. But if you are biased against the truth, then we will not reach anywhere. I don't want to be biased in favor of my position. Equally, I don't want to be biased. I don't want you to be biased in favor of your position. Let's both drop our positions. It requires courage. It requires guts. Drop your position. Talk like someone who does not know. Question the fundamentals. Ask the most basic things and answer the most basic things. Because questions will flow from either side. Are you getting it? Why must you be defensive when it comes to the right thing? If the thing is actually right, then stand bold without any armors. No. You have theorems in mathematics, and we very well know that they can be proved in 5 different ways. Can't they be? And maybe 5 is an understatement. You can have 50 ways to prove a theorem. Till now, you have been proving it using your own way. And the proof has been definitely correct. We are not denying that. But why not reach the same theorem using somebody else's way? If the theorem is indeed factual, then whichever way you pick, you will come to the same thing. Be confident.
Vanshri, when I was coming from my home to here, I was listening to Kabir Sahib. There was दोहा माया दो ही प्रकार की, एक राम के पास ले जाएगी, दूसरी नरक ले जाए. तो जो here the question is ego, which is looking for 2 options. So which second one option, which is masquerading as truth, that is Maya?
No. Maya is the very apparition of choices. There exist no choices really because there are no 2 truths. But the apparition of choices, the feeling that you indeed have a choice, that you have a free will to choose, that is Maya. Now, it is of 2 types. If you exercise the right choice, choice itself is Maya. Now, if you exercise the right choice, it takes you to Ram. If you exercise the wrong one, it takes you to Narak, hell. Maya is not the wrong choice. Choice itself is Maya. Because if you say wrong choice is Maya and the right choice is not Maya, there is a problem. If the right is still a choice for you, then that which is being chosen today can be unchosen tomorrow. Even if you are making the right choice, there is still a great danger because the right has come to you via your choice. There is a problem here. When the right comes to you via your choice, then your choice is bigger than the right thing. You decided in favor of the right thing, so the right thing came to you. Tomorrow you can decide against the right thing, and because your choice, your decision is the biggest thing according to you, therefore you would be losing out on the truth any time by deciding against it. Freedom from Maya is only when there is freedom from choice itself. I don't have to think. I'm not saying that, I'll do what you say. Not that I will do what you say, I do what you say. The will part is deleted. Will itself is just an apparition, a phenomena. A phantom. So what do? I strike out will. There is no will. Will indicates choice. So I won't say I will follow what you say. I am saying I follow what you say, like a law of nature. It happens this way. There are no exceptions. You say, I follow. No exceptions. No exceptions. But that's the last thing. No choice, no thought. Last thing. Before that, you are doomed to have choices. Since you are doomed to have choices, better exercise the right one.
Acharya, if the ego is fully convinced that the choice it is making is towards the truth, then how can we discern that it is really the false?
No, you can never be 100% sure. You can only do your best. How do you do your best? By challenging your confidence and complacency again and again. Obviously, you cannot keep challenging yourself for infinite time, right? Because there comes a point, there has to come a point when consideration has to make way for action. But the thing is to reconsider as much as possible, to never be too sure, to never put a lid of finality on the inner churning. And then after that you can just pray that you have made the right decision. Irrespective of how hard you try and how careful you are, there would definitely be instances when you would be fooled, when you would go in favor of the false, taking it to be the true. That such things would happen, and then you have to take them in your stride. Can't avoid, you can only minimize the possibility. Questioning is very important. Being alert to facts is very important. Never say that decisions are final. Let's say by mistake you take the wrong road. Keep your eyes and ears open. There would be signs, telltale signs, indicators, symptoms. Why do you want to go to sleep? Why do you want to hand over the car to the autopilot or some driver and then snore away? You have just made a decision and you know fully well that you were not 100% certain of the decision. So keep looking around. Have I made the right decision? What's it along the road? If I am going to the right destination, then why are all these wrong places coming in between? If I am moving towards the pinnacle of truth, how come the road is passing through such wretched and dirty places? You're just asking. Maybe the route is right, the choice is correct, maybe it is not. Being alert, being curious will help. The thing is to be always skeptical of yourself. We are programmed to make the wrong choices. Therefore, if you are making choices, there is a high probability that it is not the right choice. Our basic programming is in favor of the false. So it is foolish to be confident of your choices. The wrong choice will come to you by default. The right choice will come to you only when you have worked hard and been honest. And displayed patience. So you'll have to display a lot of great qualities before the right choice comes to you. The wrong choice comes automatically. Now tell me, in general, which of these two choices is more probable? Obviously the wrong one. Therefore, I said it is foolish to be confident of your choices. Always be a bit skeptical. More than a bit skeptical. Maya has a way to fool everybody. Don't underestimate her.